Christmas and the holidays is around the corner, or really here. It's here, and that means no emails, no calls. It's time to just relax, sit down, chill, get your hot cocoa. I need some hot cocoa. I need some hot cocoa. For all you business owners out there, yes, you deserve time off. But here's what most business owners are not realizing right now as of December 2025 and entering 2026. Even during the holidays, 30 to 50% of calls still go unanswered. This has always been kind of a thing, and it's still a thing. So that shouldn't really surprise anyone, because who's available? Nowadays, your customers don't just stop calling just because you stepped away. If one company doesn't answer, they immediately call the next one that does still, because in today's market, there's always someone quote unquote open.
Hi Ray, I'm doing well, thank you. I'd be happy to help you book an AC appointment. To get started, can I please have your full name as you'd like it on the appointment?
Yeah, my full name is Ray Money.
Thanks, Ray Money. Can you please spell your email for me?
Now, I've said this in a recent video I uploaded. Bad luck. Someone calls you, just missed the call for potential $1,000 or $500 project. That is no longer bad luck. It is optional. It is a choice, because when you really think about it, the bottleneck for business owners or small business owners has never been a problem with demand. It's always been a problem with availability. If you're small and you're just starting out, you're obviously not going to be able to handle so many jobs or take in so many leads all at once. You don't have enough people. You don't have enough time. And you definitely don't want to be answering calls during your off hours or holidays. And that's when conversational AI comes and changes the whole game. Voice agents right now remove and eliminate the need to manually pick up every call. So in this video specifically, I'm going to be showing you how I built a voice agent, an AI receptionist as you will, that books every single appointment via just voice and a conversation one of your customers or your clients are just going to be having throughout these calls using a voice agent AI called Retell AI. Now, if you're not familiar, Retell AI, I would say, is like the top tier. I say top three, not even three. They're number one. In my opinion, they're number one voice agents to use and ship out to. Very easy, very simple. You can do it almost automatically. I learned this whole thing in a day. So yeah, really cool. I'm even on the free trial right now. You don't really need to be like spending money like that because it's pay as you go. So 100% recommend you guys check out Retell for sure. And the other thing I'm going to be doing is the automation backend, which I will be using NAN. This is an automation tool that I primarily use for clients and shipping out their systems, building them out. Now, there's so much you can do with this one tool. It's not just booking on the calendar, which we're going to be breaking down. As you can see, we have a calendar node and just breaking down all of this. So yeah, we're going to be building this out. And if you would like to work with me and want me to build this out for your business, then feel free to check out the description link in below. Easy setup, easy discovery call. We can just have it real quick and I can tell you about all the bottlenecks that we could break with your specific company. But I did a HVAC demo and I am proud of this demo. This is, my little spicy spice as you will, I'm saying. What am I saying? But if you want this exact template, this exact system prompt and everything set up in this functions, which I'm going to be breaking down in this video, I'm going to have this all in my Trendwheel community. That's the other thing that I also have, which is an early development stage. I'm letting you know right now, this is an early development stage. So if you want to go in right now, it's completely free. It's going to stay free, but it's not completely built out. I'm going to have NAN tutorials, how to do NAN completely from scratch. If you don't know how to do it, I'm going to have tutorials booked all inside of there and you can go check them out. I'm also going to post them in this YouTube channel. But Trendwheel Automations is all about keeping you guys up to the trends, keeping you guys adaptive and making sure you're not being left behind with these crazy times we're headed in, because you're always going to want to be adapting in this game that we're in now. Like it's just the rules changed. But anyways, just going to be building this out. I guess I'll start with the NN backend because this is basically where all the magic is going to be happening. So basically it's just going to go through two of these automations, which is one of them being called get slots, getting all of the information from the customer. So it fills out a slot whenever the information is promised. This would be the webhook, which a webhook node is basically what connects NAN and Retell together. And now, so again, templates that are going to be in the description. This template and this system prompt for an HVAC company, which I guess I should explain. I am doing an HVAC company. I'm just doing a simple home service HVAC company called Climate Comfort Solutions. I just came up with this with using AI. One thing I'll just say right now, when you enter Retell AI, this is what you're going to be looking at. You're going to be in the top right. You're going to see create an agent. Just click on that and then create voice agent. So what people usually do, and this is not everyone, but this is what I do, 80% of my work is going into the single prompt agent because of how simple it is, how straightforward it is, and you can always put out demos or, actually completely production ready agents using this. So 80% of the time I'll be using single prompt agent, but another good one is conversational flow agent, which is kind of like, it depends on how things go. So if someone says this and they'll have two directions to go, kind of like how if you ever use NaN and you see an if node or like a node that uses a true or false, then it goes either this way or it goes that way, depending on how the conversation flows, right? So it's the same thing. This is literally the same system that we're going to be doing here, but it's just conversation wise and all inside of here. So it's more complex in my opinion. And then you got multi-prompt and custom LLM, or I'm going to be breaking down in separate videos, but you don't really need to worry about those. Multi-prompt is more advanced, and if you have so many clients to be focusing on and they want a really specific one, then you should definitely be charging more for those ones. So highly recommend you use multi-prompt for that, but we're sticking to single prompt agent. You click on that, you click on create. This is what you're going to be seeing. It's pretty simple. If you see in the middle, you have the functions, and I don't know why I highlighted it all, but this is the create tab you're on right now. Your left side is where you're going to be posting your system prompt, which your system prompt is important. How you structure it is very important. Very, very important. And again, this template is going to be in the community, but basically I'll just run down what you actually want inside of your system prompt. So I'll just post the one that I have right now. In fact, I'll just go to the one that I'm using right now, which is the HVAC example. Like we said, it covers everything. So if you ever use hvac, the first message will have its own section, and hvac is another voice AI for people who are wondering. In Retell, it doesn't do that. The first message is included into the system prompt. So the first message says, "Hey there, this is Sarah from Climate Comfort Solutions. How can I help you today?" So that's how it's going to open the conversation every single time with any single person. If you wanted to change it up, then you can be like, have another one just below that, right? And then tell them to use it whenever, 50-50 or whatever. And I'll just speed run this real quick so you can see it has a hashtag and then what it is. So this one, hashtag role, which is the role for the agent, what it's meant to be. So you're Sarah, the friendly professional voice receptionist, and then all the information to go with that. Task, which is very important, what they are going to be doing, what their specific task is, their job. Specifics, now you can get specific with it. You don't really have to do it. If there's a problem that is occurring whenever you test out a specific thing, then that's where specifics go. Tone and style, you want to make sure that's there as well. Professional, warm, reassuring. And then I have like a bunch of bullets that I put in. Booking rules, now this is pretty important. All these are important, but service appointments are scheduled with our technician team and typically last 1 to 2 hours. So depending on what your service team actually does, this is where you're going to be putting in, and depending on the client, whatever they ask, this is where you're going to be putting in. Very important. Specifically for emergency services, they're available 24/7. This is just all the booking rules when it comes to actually booking whatever the customer actually wants. And then service priority, we got service priority. We got a section specifically for emergency that I added. Don't really need to add that. Honestly, I could delete this, and put it in knowledge base, which we'll break down later. But yeah. We got the routine, how to spell out emails. This is pretty important because these bots do spell out or just tend to get an email in. You want to make sure they're actually correct. So definitely tell the bot, definitely put in your how to spell it. Email and one thing that is so important is examples. Examples are so important whenever you're doing a system prompt because they just work 10 times better. So I put an example of how they should be talking to the customer when it comes to grabbing the email. For this example, they spelt it out, Sarah Jones, exactly how it is, and that's what you want it to do. So yeah, tool usage guidelines. Number 1 is booking appointments. So this is tool usage. Everything in tool usage is going to be what is inside NAN. And this is where the real magic happens, basically. So you can see I only have book slot, and then I have available slots. And then pricing, emergency service. So I have it again. I'll probably remove it. Maintain prices, warranty guarantees. This is something you can put in knowledge base, what to expect. That's pretty important. This goes down, context, all that. And then examples again. So examples the callers should be doing in every single spot. And this is an example of exactly how you could book an appointment, how this should usually go, you know. So this is pretty important when it comes to this thing. And again, all this description, 2 examples in this as well, so you can see different outcomes. So yeah, and also notes is another one. Just things along the way that you notice that you want to write down, not specifics, but things that you just don't want to happen, or, you know. All right. So I'm gonna just break down this middle part real quick. Most of these don't really matter. I'm not gonna break down can't say the word, MCPs. I'm not gonna be breaking that down. We'll leave that in a separate video. Or if you want me to break that down, let me know in the description below. Comment below. Functions is basically where tool usage came in place when it came to, you know, the whole thing. So what this bot specifically can do is end the call after they grab all the information. So that's why the end call thing is there, and it has a description that you can add that is also AI based. So AI will look at this and be like, all right, cool. End the call when the user has to leave, like says bye, or you are instructed to do so. You can see through examples that they said exactly like how the conversation ends and things like that. Then guest slots, and this is important. You can see this description says use this function to check for available slots on the calendar. The AI is going to look at that, and they're also going to see the API. API is just basically the connector for both Retell and NAN. And basically where this link right here, this is the webhook, right? You get this webhook right here where it says get slots in this section. For example, this is get slots, and then production URL. You're always going to use the production URL, and then you just copy from here. So copy here and then paste it in here. So that's the easiest way. And then make sure you just click on update. Down here where it says parameters, and this is optional, but I put them in here. I put end time, start time, and customer number, and then the detail also. And again, this is AI supported, so they will look at this. This should always be 30 minutes after the requested time. And then they give an example of what it should look like. And this is important so you know exactly when the time is going to end, when the time is going to start, and the requested time. You just want to know. So book slots, as you can see, has the name, end time, title of the calendar example. So when it says book slots, you can see this is the calendar. So what it says right now is Tommy 101. We're going to remove this because I did get this template from another YouTuber. Shout out to Tommy Christ. It was Tommy. Shout out to Tommy, his channel. Highly recommend you check out his for more info on Retell and these voice agents. Highly recommend him. But yeah, you want to, you know, change the name for this. So since you're an HVAC company, should always be, and it says customer name, which they're going to be talking about their name. They're going to ask for the name. The voice agent will ask for the name, and then you'll be like HVAC appointment or whatever, right? And then cool. So you have that knowledge base. So I didn't have any knowledge base in here because everything inside the system prompt. So knowledge base is optional, but what you can add in here is things like PDFs, documents, things like that. You can all add them inside the knowledge base, so then you have those to go off of. But they do tend to hallucinate, so that is something to keep in mind whenever you decide to use them. Speech settings. So this is pretty important. You want to make sure the speeches are good. Naturally, I have the response at 1. Interruption sensitivity is 0.9 because you want to make sure it's not. That also makes it hallucinate once you don't actually have it on. There's a lot of things that's not completely official 100%. You need to make sure that when building these out, but having these specific settings and, you know, always iterating whatever happens, you want to, you know, make sure, but they're not that bad. You know, these are automatically always set, so you'll be good. The rest are not really important, but you got denoising, so you can remove noise from the bot, optimize speed, vocabulary specialization, and things like that. Now call settings, you want timeout to be at 2.5. You don't want to have it all up, you know, crazy timeout. And call on silence, set this whatever you want it to be. And yeah, the rest is not really that important. You should leave them alone. And if you get the template, then you really don't have to worry about any of these. But the main thing you really want to focus on the function. Make sure the APIs are correct. Make sure you have the correct functions and make sure your NAN is active. So now let me just break down NAN and exactly what it does. This template again is in my community. You can go check it out. But the get slot section, as you can see, the first one right here is a set node. This set node, and you can see right now it says America, New York. I'm based right there. So that is what it is using. If you are not based here, you would have to go on the NAN that you're using and change the time zone, right? So you do that here, and then you also have to do that in your system prompt, which is just should start with, right? Yeah, current date and time. Current time is America, New York. You know, you can copy and paste this into your LLM and then see if you have any times you mention that as well. So, you know, just making sure you don't have it. Then it goes through check availability. So the next thing, it literally just checks your calendar. This bot will go through your calendar, see, make sure you have the time available. If you don't have available, then the bot will tell the customer, hey, we're not available at this time. That's simple. It does that through this node. So true, false, time available, true, and then a response, right? But if time available is not true, get all the calendar events and then extract start end name, which it goes through all this. It gets the date and time to make sure the agent knows exactly what the date and time is. So then it could then sort out and then format a response. And normally this whole code node would be like an AI agent node, but since we're using Retell AI, it using more than one agent usually makes it hallucinate or just has a higher possibility of hallucinating, which is why I don't recommend using a bunch of agents. You usually want to keep it simple, but this code node essentially makes the available time in ranges, sees what it is, it flattens the slots, and then enriches the date payload. So it's building a response for that person, converting it to JSON format for VAPI. It should say Retell. This is a template that I grabbed off of Tommy, like I said before, so it wasn't completely changed, but you can go check it out if you want, and then it will respawn to your customer. So that'll all be done in the first one. Now book slot, it does the same thing. It collects all the information, the email, the notes, the start time, end time, the title as well. It does this whole thing, collects the information, and I'm just speed running right now, creates the event for you if you do decide, if the person, you know, books an event and this all goes well, and then eventually responds to your customer. Now, one thing I want to make sure is for you guys is to always update your notes. So by default, this is, if you downloaded my template, it's going to be set to my email. So you want to change that, and you should be set after you do that. It's actually that simple. You don't need to do anything else. So then right here, you just look at it, make sure everything is good, make sure, you know, APIs is good, and essentially you should be good. That's pretty much it. Now, I didn't go over the voice. I use Simo for 11 Labs. 11 Labs is the best voice agent. They've been in the game for a minute. So not voice agent, but voice AI to use. Highly recommend 11 Labs. And you can go around and check whatever you want. If you're in an Indian space, you can tweak it to Indian. Whatever it is, you can, you know, do it. But we're going to test this out. We're going to see. You won't see it change through here, like the nodes won't go green or anything here, but through my calendar it should change. So right now you can see nothing is scheduled. I'll schedule something for Sunday. Actually, I don't think I have a slot available Sunday. I'll just keep it simple and do it on Christmas Eve, and it says Christmas Eve there, so maybe I should do it. It doesn't really matter. We'll do it Christmas Eve. So now let's talk to this thing.
Hey there, this is Sarah from Climate Comfort Solutions. How can I help you today?
Hey Sarah, my name is Ray. How is you doing? I wanted to see if I could book a AC appointment.
Hi Ray, I'm doing well, thank you. I'd be happy to help you book an AC appointment. To get started, can I please have your full name as you'd like it on the appointment?
Yeah, my full name is Ray Money.
Thanks, Ray Money. Can you please spell your email for me?
Yeah, my email is RayMondaula@gmail.com.
Got it. Let me confirm the spelling. RayMondaula@gmail.com. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Great, Ray. And what's the best phone number to reach you at?
My phone number is
Thanks, Ray. Could you please provide the full street address, city, state, and zip code? That way I can make sure we have the right location for your AC appointment.
I think I'll tell you guys that later on.
I understand, Ray. To schedule your appointment, I do need the complete service address to ensure our technician goes to the right place.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know my schedule right now. Not my schedule, but I'll let you guys know my location. Right now I'm at the park, and it's 22 Forward Street.
Thanks for that, Ray. Just to confirm, is your current location 22 Forward Street? Could you also please provide the city, state, and zip code for that address? This will help us ensure the technician arrives at the correct place.
Right now I'm in Lowell, Illinois, and the zip code is 225544.
Thanks, Ray. Just to confirm, your service address is 22 Forward Street, Lowell, Illinois, 22554. Also, will someone be home to meet our technician, or should we know about any special access instructions?
No one will be home. You guys could, go crazy if you want, but just make sure everything is fixed by the time we're back.
Got it, Ray. You'll be home to meet the technician, and we'll make sure everything is fixed before you return. Now, when were you hoping to schedule your AC appointment? Do you have a preferred date and time?
Yeah. Can you guys do Christmas Eve on, I think that's Wednesday at 5 p.m. Or no, I think you guys are not available then. Can you guys do 3 p.m.?
Thanks for letting me know, Ray. Just to clarify, you're asking about scheduling your AC appointment on Christmas Day, Wednesday, December 25th at 3 p.m. We typically don't schedule routine appointments on Sundays or holidays like Christmas, but if this is an emergency, we can arrange service. Is your AC not working right now, or is this a routine maintenance or repair?
I mean, if you guys, aren't available, then we could do Christmas Eve, which is, I think, the day before.
Thanks for that, Ray. Christmas Eve is Tuesday, December 24th. Let me check what availability we have that day for your AC appointment around 3 p.m. Good news, Ray. We have availability on Christmas Eve, Tuesday, December 24th at 3 p.m. Does that time work for you to schedule your AC appointment? To finalize your appointment for Tuesday, December 24th at 3 p.m., can you please confirm the type of service you need and a brief description of the issue with your AC? Also, if you know your system type, like central AC, heat pump, etc., that would be helpful.
Yeah, it's just my AC it doesn't work. I don't know. It's just flickering.
Thanks for that, Ray. So your AC is flickering and not working properly. Do you know if it's a central AC system, a heat pump, or something else? This helps our technician prepare.
Yeah, it's a central AC installed.
Got it, Ray. You have a central AC system that's flickering and not working properly. Here's what I have so far. Name, Ray Money, email, raymondandala@gmail.com. 22 Forward Street, Lowell, Illinois, 22554. Appointment, Tuesday, December 24th at 3 p.m. Service AC repair for flickering issue on central AC system. You'll be home to meet the technician. Does all that look correct? Anything else you'd like me to note?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be home in that fast, but I will be home in about 15 minutes after he shows up.
Thanks for letting me know, Ray. So you expect to be home about 15 minutes after the technician arrives. I'll make a note of that for the technician to be aware. Everything else looks good. I'll go ahead and book your appointment for Tuesday, December 24th at 3 p.m. Your AC repair appointment is all set for Tuesday, December 24th at 3 p.m. Our technician will call you 30 minutes before arrival. We've noted that you expect to be home about 15 minutes after they get there. You'll get a text reminder the day before as well. Is there anything else I can assist you with today, Ray?
That's all. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Ray. If you need anything else, just give us a call. Have a great day and take care.
Okay, so now we can go check our calendar. And as you can see right here, on Wednesday, well, it said Tuesday for some reason, but on Wednesday, just Ray Money HVAC appointment, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. And as you can see, it's waiting for my approval. And this is exactly the email that I put in, which is my personal email. So it definitely got the email, and as you can see in the description, exactly the information, which I'm probably blocking. But yeah, it literally got all the info. And what's so cool about it is I have it set up in my phone, so I instantly got a notification telling me that someone booked a appointment. So as you can see, if you have this running 24/7, hopefully you can see the benefits. It's crazy. A lot of small businesses are implementing this and never missing a call again. So it's pretty crazy where times are headed. I'm not gonna lie. This is possible. And again, if you're a small business owner and want me to implement this for you, then let me know in the description. first link. And if you are someone that wants to build this out yourself, very simple. I'll walk you through it. If you want, you can join Treadmill Automations and I'll be glad to help you out. Or you can just download the templates and do it yourself. That is always an option. Anyways, my name is Ray. Thank you for sticking around. If you did, more automation videos are coming along the way. 2026 is going to be a wild ride. My name is Ray. This is Raypreneur, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.